All right, guys, we're back, and we're gonna nail this Gingernesis.
To the cross.
Rock and roll forever, man.
I can't believe.
Really? I can easily believe it.
Anyway, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
And we squared.
I'm the Opinionator, and we have got this guy. We've got a motive. We've pegged him at the crime scene.
We know what his weapon is, even though we can't prove it.
Yeah, we know what the murder weapon is. We just can't prove it, but it's weird enough. I mean, he's gonna struggle some more, but peace, love, and understanding. He's toast.
Yes, finally, a tiny shred of hope.
Bigger than a tiny shred of hope. I'm telling you, we've got him.
Mr. Understanding, would you care to make any statements in response to the defense's claims?
We're assuming he's gonna break down,
Ah! Whoa!
like he's starting to.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool and all, bro, but that doesn't actually answer anything.
This is all bull. My noggin's a rage cage and it's ready to explode, baby.
Instructor Understanding, please calm yourself.
The you're a poo head defense.
Anymore. I'm not gonna take it. No, I ain't gonna take it.
I caught that reference.
I dutifully watched over that treasure with pride. And now I'm getting accused of stealing it?
Yes, because you appear to have done so.
This lawyer is a lying scumbag.
Ow!
My throat is going to be bleeding. Yep.
Come on, attack him! Attack the lawyer, then we'll put you away for that!
You better believe I got something to say. Open up your ear holes, sheeple. Let's rock!
Seriously, bring it, and we're gonna put an end to this!
Death to the lying lawyer!
Up, here it comes.
Bring it!
Lying lawyer! Steal the founder's orb? Me? I did it? This lying lawyer's insults know no limit.
Ugh.
All this time I guarded the orb faithfully. Sacred duty to the Holy Mother, easy to see.
Why do this? You know what this makes me think of?
What?
Of how much I liked Gavin's theme. I don't actually care that much for Gavin. I don't dislike him, but I'm just like, I'm just neutral on Gavin. But boy, his Mega Man guitar theme rocks.
Hands unclean, the accused did the deed. Forced the box open, no key did he need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Lying lawyer, condemn him to hell. Kick him, throw him into a prison cell.
This is testimony? And for that matter, he ain't gonna top any charts like this. He really just ought to stick to the Damalon.
All right, we've now heard from both sides. It's time for me to pass my ruling.
No, he's fine now.
Either the treasure box was forced open by the accused, as the witness claims,
That's not possible!
or Mr. Understanding opened it.
That's more possible, but his key still doesn't work, but we need to ask Understanding about the details.
That's true, as the defense claims.
See, he's open to this.
I know, I like him. Defense? This is your last chance to exhume the witness.
He's still alive. I can't exhume him, Your Honor.
Yes, your majesty.
I'll put him 6 feet under. If you are unable to prove your assertions by the end of this cross-examination,
Then the DC Act will come into play, and both you and the accused will lose your lives.
I understand. Life or death, it all comes down to this.
Jeez, Payne.
the wheel of heaven is turning! Oh, sorry, what?
No, in all seriousness, like, Payne's enthusiasm for death is rather greater than anticipated.
Frickin' malicious.
Mr. Wright.
Don't worry, Albie.
I'll be all right.
This is not the time, Mr. Wright.
I'm here to defend you. I promise it'll be all right.
I told you to stop, Mr. Wright. You're not filling me with confidence
That
here.
wasn't me, that was the script.
Thank you. I believe in you, Mr. Wright. I know you can win this for us. And after we win, we can go see Miss Maya together.
It's a deal.
Meaning we gotta get him now.
No.
I can't let all be down. I have to win this trial. Somehow, I have to prove that only Andestanden could have stolen the treasure. Do your worst, lawyer trash! This is your requiem! The last song you'll ever hear on this mortal coil!
And we have to press you on every verse. Come on, man. Like, how do we actually dispute some of these things? Like, 4/5 of what he's saying is just burn the lawyer.
Steal the founder's orb? Me? I did it? This lying lawyer's insults know no limit.
Hold it.
But the argument that the orb was already gone before the murder fits all the facts. It's no use even talking to you. Where's your proof that I stole the orb? Huh, lawyer trash?
I'm betting it has something to do with that key.
I bet it does.
He's right. I don't have any proof. Yet. But I'll find some.
I just have to look for the contradiction.
All this time I guarded the orb faithfully. Sacred duty to the Holy Mother. Easy to see.
Do better in your lyrics. Jeez, do better in your singing. It's awful.
Your sacred duty, huh? The problem with that is that I don't think you really are a true believer.
Yeah, occupational tourism.
Why you? How dare you question my faith? It's downright insulting.
This doesn't have any place in a courtroom, though, if you can't prove it.
That's true.
I'm not trying to insult you, but I can't suspend logic either. You wormed your way into the temple with the intent of stealing the treasure, didn't you?
But, like many other presses, you can't go anywhere with this.
Right. I've had all the insults I could take out of you, lawyer trash. But you're the only one who can open the treasure box. You just keep on arguing the same old lie. I sing the truth. Hear my battle cry. Hands unclean, the accused did the deed. Forced open the box. No key did he need. I mean, this
This is
clearly
the one.
Yeah. Hold it.
The defendant didn't force the box open. That's a lie. In fact, you're the one who opened it. Isn't that right?
The box isn't broken.
Come on. You just saw for yourself, didn't you? The lock was busted on account of the box being forced open.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, there's your proof right there.
Is that how it works?
Score one for the metalhead.
No, if the lock's busted, it shouldn't be able to lock again.
But it does
But
lock.
it did lock. Look, if the accused really didn't try to force his way into the box,
Oh, hey, dig yourself a grave, please.
then how do you explain why the lock was busted and wouldn't open up for you earlier? How do I explain why the box wouldn't unlock earlier? Maybe
A
there's...
different key is what I was thinking. I mean,
Let's take a look. at our
okay,
stuff.
there could be a different way to open it, but we're not quite there yet. Okay. Without question, that is the lock.
Yeah.
However you open it, you have to open it via opening the lock.
Yeah.
There was, if there would have been something else, some other physical thing to find, we would on the box,
Yeah,
we would have
yeah.
found it in the evidence viewer.
So it has to be another key.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, I think that you're pretty sound. I'd like to suggest that a different key is required to open it.
A different key?
But how can you prove this is the problem?
Yeah.
To open the box, a different...
As we saw earlier, the box wouldn't open with Mr. Andestanden's key.
It didn't even fit right.
Yeah.
And if Andestanden kept the fake key or a fake key on him, then he'd never be put in a situation where he had to open the box and show that it was empty.
You're right.
Like-
He just tells everyone that's the key.
But he would have to have the real key because he is the keeper.
That's correct.
And
But
remember, he cared enough to kill for this.
That's true.
So he must really have needed nobody to discover that it was empty.
yeah, which means that a different key, the true key, must exist. Ha ha ha! Are you kidding me? Of course not. You can't prove that it doesn't exist.
But that doesn't work. That's a logical fallacy.
Just calm down a second and think about it, lawyer man. Why in the world would I bring a fake key here with me? To prove that it was busted open.
Yeah, there you go. Like he has every reason to do that.
Yeah. Why, you ask? Well, because,
We already know the answer to this question. Come on, Phoenix.
Well, I guess you got me there. Poof. Looks like that babbling brook you call a mouth has dried up at the source, Defense. Ho 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 ho.
Darn! I messed that one up. Really?
So was it the other one?
I guess so.
Witness, please continue with your testimony.
I mean, there is a way to explain why he would have brought the fake key, but in any case, saying it was a different key and there being another way to open it, it's not really that different.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I wanted to press this statement anyway.
Lying
Yeah.
lawyer, condemn him to hell. Kick him, throw him into a prison cell.
That's not how you sing, is it?
Hold it.
Then again, you don't release any albums, right?
I'm not the one who'll be going to jail, Mr. Understanding. You are! You think so, huh? Hey, what do you think, people?
Boo! Boo!
It's not just me this lawyer is putting down.
You called us sheeple! You suck!
He's insulting Kurainism and the Kurainese people, too.
You're a fraud! You don't believe in Koreanism!
Who the hell is that? If he thinks he can get away with that, he's got another thing coming. Right, people?
I'm that one guy that's always in the audience. You know, I haven't gone to see professional stand-up comedy in well over a decade.
Right.
But I have actually gone to see it once, and in fact, I heckled the guy. And the guy heckled me right back.
Oh, that's what you do.
And I heckled his heckling.
That's awesome.
And then he kept after me the rest of the time, but it was kind of fun.
That's
It
kind of what you do.
made me think of that. It's really a little late to laugh like this at this point. That's right! Disrespectful lawyers deserve to be removed post-haste.
I'll remove you. That didn't come out right. Jesus. Yikes. The gallery's getting really whipped up over this.
Subordinate! Acetate!
You're going to jail. You, not me. If you don't believe me, just wait and see.
Constipate!
But what? It's too late. No forgiveness for you. Not for me, the judge, or her holiness, too.
I got nothing
Okay,
else.
I was just wondering.
You'll rue the day you set foot in this court. To the gallows, lawyer, you will report.
Surely they've got something a bit more advanced than gallows. Come on.
Why do you need it to be advanced? Like, really?
That's a good question.
This is it. My last chance. The thing is, even though our lives are on the line, I feel strangely calm.
Well, yeah, because you got him.
I think it's because I know, as a lawyer, I just have to do what I do best.
Pick every option.
All I have to do is believe in my clients and Albie's innocence.
Right, so we know which one it is.
Prostrate!
Oi!
Cremate! Burninate!
So I guess there's a different way to open it. I'm glad we didn't lose a point, you know?
It doesn't really matter. Potato, potato.
No one says potato.
You're right.
There's a different way to open the box. Huh? What are you talking about? There's a secret trick to opening it to protect its contents from being stolen. And you're the only one who knows how it works. Isn't that right?
That is completely reasonable, is the thing.
Yeah. Well, they both kind of were. Are you for real? You've been watching too many movies, lawyer man.
So you gotta use the key and then do something else, but what else?
Yeah.
The butterfly loop is the lock, right?
Yeah.
Well, go back and look at the box.
Hey, I bet it's in the lyrics. Well, the mitamah is the lock.
Right, and the butterfly, I mean, that's the loop, though, the thing at the bottom.
Yeah.
And that butterfly is on another one. Then the lyrics were when dragon and tiger battle.
The founder offers the...
When the butterfly embraces the mitamah, the favor of the orb is bestowed.
There's a spot right there, hold on.
Yeah, we have
Damn!
to... Yeah, that's what I was saying
Okay, I
about
see
the
what you're
butterfly
saying.
loop. That's what I was looking at.
Okay.
That's part of the... Whatever it is.
Yeah, all
So
right.
it's like you stick the key in and then you fiddle with it over there.
Yeah.
And the greatest way to do that is Phoenix is holding the key in the box so he can just go hoogly, hoogly, hoogly.
Yeah.
I guess you say hoogly when you open the lock.
Is that an official term?
No, fortunately not. Oh, so you're one of those tourists.
Those tourists?
Honestly, Mr. Wright, did you come expecting magic and mystery around every corner?
We just conjured the dead memories of a human being in the pool! You shut up!
You kind of have me on that point. Also, everywhere Phoenix goes, people drop dead around him.
Right?
I'll have you know, Defense. The kingdom of Kurain is not some sort of fantasy funland.
Repeat what Billy just said! You used as your official way of coming up with a ruling, like...
Spirit magic!
Even if it isn't fantasy funland, you have to admit, spirit magic is closer to fantasy funland than not spirit magic.
It's true I don't have any real grounds to make that assertion, and yet... Oh yeah, I feel another song coming on.
No, please.
A little number about a crazy lawyer with wild, fantastic ideas.
Nobody will buy your crap!
The real method to open the lock, you say? Delusional man, there ain't no other way.
There ain't no other way!
Ah, new verse. Please do add it to your testimony, Mr. Understanding.
Oh yeah?
The real method to open the lock, you say? Delusional man, there ain't no other way.
Excuse me for a second.
Delusional, am I? We'll see about that. Wild ideas, that's called delusion. Mixed up lawyer, drowning in confusion.
Somebody got paid to do these.
I know.
Indeed, the defense's sinful wrongdoing has made him lose touch with reality.
Says the man wearing all gleaming gold. Just saying.
Let's hear it. What'll it be for this sinner's flight of fancy?
Oh, I hate those rhymes.
Nothing, because I'm not the delusional one.
You're just bickering back and forth. Go somewhere with this, Phoenix.
I just know there's gotta be some secret trick to opening the treasure box.
We've already figured it out.
Oh, really? And where exactly is this secret hidden?
Aha!
The secret is obviously hidden in
The
box.
box.
The treasure box.
And we can prove it.
Yeah? And where on the box is this secret exactly? Well, I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Yeah, fortunately, we already have.
Don't worry, Phoenix. It's the carvings. There's definitely something going on there.
Good guess, because you're right.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You're sounding a little desperate, Defense. Ho, 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 ho.
Desperate? Not at all, your majesty.
The carvings the accused snuck in to see, even though it's forbidden, I might add.
Witness, can you tell us anything about these carvings on the box?
Of course. As head monk, I know all about them.
Yeah, give us a chance to present those lyrics at you there, bud.
The carvings depict a Kurainese butterfly as it carries a soul to the Twilight Realm. They were made in around the 7th century.
Wow, that's pretty old.
I see. Could you please add that information to your testimony?
Man,
Fine. Listen up, lawyer trash.
1,400-year-old box. That's pretty good.
Good mess, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even matter what's in it or what else is around.
Yeah.
Just still being around 1,400 years later. How amazing is that?
Chinese butterfly from the 7th century carries the mitamah. So elementary.
Who got paid for that? Who got paid to write that line? They need to come out here and they need to take responsibility. I'm not saying that they need to be punished.
We'll get
they
the tongue shears.
They need to be apologized. Billy's calling for tongue shears.
Hold it! How many more are you gonna add, buddy? I believe this butterfly design conceals some sort of secret. Oh yeah? Why don't you check it out for yourself then?
Huh?
What's with the smug look on his face? I think I'll do just that, Your Majesty, if I could.
Yeah, if we get the key too, then we can get it all at once.
Read
the lyrics, Phoenix.
Nothing unusual here.
Well, Defense, what have you discovered?
That I need to present to you the lyrics!
I'm afraid I haven't discovered anything, Your Majesty. Here, I'll return it now. I told you, didn't I tell you?
You didn't try, darn it!
I guess I have to present it or something.
But I don't think that'll work.
Then in that case, there must be some secret trick to the key. Here we go.
That's kind of correct too.
Ha ha ha! Now you're suspicious of the key, are ya?
Hey, we tried that part first.
Yeah.
There's just no reasoning with this man. The accused forced the lock open. There's no other explanation.
You're wrong.
Death! I want to kill everyone!
That's right. Chill, bro. He desecrated the box by opening it without using this mitamah key. Wait. What did he just say? I'll sing it as many times as I have to get it through your thick lawyer skull.
What actually, how did he phrase it?
With this mitamah key. Only the mitamah unlocks the treasure. Force it and reap the founder's displeasure.
Okay, so how does that disprove anything?
Yeah! I'll overcome your logic with the lyrics of my logic. I don't know, man.
For the forgetful defense's sake and just to irritate Billy, could you please add this to your testimony? It'll be 9 to 12 blocks before long.
Goodness. Oh, so you like this little number better, do ya? Let's see. Should I have him swap in this statement?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe the witness just made, saying...
Poorly.
A very important statement.
Chanted in rhythm.
I would like it switched into his testimony.
Very well, witness, if you would.
If I have to, carve it into your brain, lawyer man.
How many
with the
more
back of my
statements?
mandolin.
How many statements do you gotta make? We present the lyrics here, right?
Well, let's press first. We might get an opportunity to do something else.
He'll add another statement, I'm sure.
There must be some secret trick to this key. Oh, yeah? And what exactly is this secret trick? Huh? What's that smug look for? I feel like we've done this before. I didn't mean to rhyme like that, I promise.
It's just soaking in. You know, all the people he's around. The one thing that understanding can do is rhyme.
That's true.
Maybe something like, it can change shapes?
In
You
hot or
know, like,
cold?
yeah, that's where I was going, yeah. Wow, man, that's some wild imagination you got there. I'll give credit where credit's due. You can daydream like a champ.
Just like any magatamah, this key is made of a translucent material. How spiritual, Mr. Payne.
Yeah.
One look and it's pretty obvious it can't change shapes.
Yeah, I wasn't really sold on that one myself. But I felt like there was something odd about Andestandon's testimony just now.
It's this one. It's
Yeah,
this one.
yeah.
I'll look at the evidence.
I think I'd better take another look through.
I understand you're looking at the evidence. Nail him. All right, Pees'lubn. What does those lyrics say?
Those lyrics say, when dragon and tiger battle, the founder offers divine protection.
Well, yeah, that's not that part.
When the
Okay,
You
now.
asked what the lyrics said, so I was telling you what the lyrics said.
When the butterfly embraces the mitamah, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Pshaw! They don't even rhyme. What kind of lyrics are these?
Right, the point is, when the butterfly... Billy,
Yeah?
go back. The point is, I was gonna say some things about the lyrics and the Founder's Orb and all that, like we had been shouting about for a few minutes.
Yeah?
You really know? Nothing?
Now, what are you talking about?
There's something kind of important you've missed, Billy.
What have I missed? Please enlighten me.
You don't know what you've missed?
I don't know what I've missed.
Really?
No, you don't know what you missed till it's gone.
Or something like that.
Look at the third line of the lyrics one last time.
Okay. When the butterfly embraces the mitamah.
When the butterfly embraces the mitamah.
Right.
Okay.
So that means that you put the key
Okay,
in the
back
side
out,
where the
back out.
where the
Yeah, no,
butterfly- yeah.
right. But we've made this. We've made this. Now read. What is this? What does it say? The first line of his testimony. I am an idiot. Read it.
Oh.
What does it say?
Only the mitamah key unlocks.
Now
the treasure.
go over to the key. The key is the magatamah key.
Objection! I knew that.
Just a minute, Mr. Andestandin.
I just noticed it right there too.
You just called your key the mitamah key, didn't you?
Magatamah, mitamah, they're all so hard to keep straight.
But didn't you originally say it's called the magatamah key?
Poink! My face!
The mitamah key? What's that?
Remember how we said there needed to be another key?
Yeah, that's BS. I
It's
don't
because
know.
we needed there to be another key.
I don't know, Your Majesty.
Because like the lyrics say, the butterfly has to embrace the mitamah, so we need the mitamah key.
in addition, okay.
Game's like, there's gotta be another way. It can't be that there's another key, but we were right the whole time.
But apparently, it's a rather crucial question. What? What's the big deal?
Fastest string replacement of all time.
So I said the wrong thing. So what? Simple slip of the tongue.
Hey, what was that we were saying earlier about you faking your fate in order to steal treasure? An A for effort, Mr. Wright, but your grandstanding betrays your desperation. I've been here 6 months and I still mistake mitamah for magatamah. I'm afraid a small slip of the tongue like that adds absolutely nothing to your argument.
But you're wrong.
What say you, defense? Is it an important detail? We'll just keep adding to this statement until there's 20 sections.
Judging by Andestandin's reaction, I'd say it's everything my argument needs.
Gotta love these guys with their poker faces. Then again, we're in the first trial. It's not like we're trying to look for, like,
Sweaty armpits or something.
the twitching vein.
Yeah. Yes, Your Majesty, it's very important. This key is apparently not the magatamah key, but rather the mitamah key.
I mean, when we kept looking at the lyrics, that's what...
Yeah! And I believe this discrepancy holds great significance for the defense.
Because the lyrics are talking about the mitamah key.
Yeah!
And so we just moved on ourselves from the magatamah key to the mitamah key.
Right? Nah, man, just a meaningless mistake. Insignificant. You're riding the crazy train to nowhere, liar man. 'Cause you're going off the rails on a crazy train.
I always liked that song. Your Majesty, please don't pay the defense any heed. I mean, seriously, every time in a trial at this point, the more you listen to this guy, the more I lose. It's all nonsense.
To tell the truth, I'm not really clear on what the defense is driving at myself.
Oi, you people!
However, I am eager to find out because I care.
What?
Defense, you will explain yourself like your life literally depends on it, because it does. Now then, is the name of the key an important detail?
An extremely important detail.
Yeah, what that guy said.
Or absolutely.
Yes, it's an absolutely important detail. I think.
Don't say that last part aloud.
Because the mitamah key is connected to the Founder's Orb.
I see. Very well. In that case,
Hooray! Oh, okay, I thought he was going to say, please add that to your testimony!
please show the court the grounds on which you are basing this claim.
And now we flash out those song lyrics.
The grounds, Your Majesty?
You can, of course, show grounds, can you not, defense? That's the whole point of what you were talking about, after all.
And we don't mean coffee grounds!
Of course! That's a different lawyer. Of course! What else can I say? I have to come up with something, anything, even if it's just a bluff. The mitamah key, mitamah. There has to be something somewhere that ties mitamah and the orb together.
This is how you solve it if you haven't figured it out.
Don't keep me waiting, defense. What evidence shows the connection between the mitamah key and the Founder's Orb? Just to clarify. Mitamah.
And then orb a few words later. Objection.
Take that!
What's that? The Song of Ceremony?
All this time, the answer was right there in front of me. It's right there in the Song of Ceremony performed during the Dance of Devotion.
1,400 years they've been telling you this stuff. You've been singing it twice a day. Come on!
More than twice if there's practice rounds.
Good point.
Your Majesty, the Song of Ceremony tells of the treasure of the founder of Kuraianism.
It's the Founder's Orb. It's extremely important.
But hidden within its lyrics is the secret behind how to really open the treasure box.
Holy...
Mother!
Oh, my orb! It just doesn't work. Oh, my mother! This sounds whiny.
But how can that be, defense?
I like how the musician figured out the secret of the song all on his own.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
The Song of Ceremony contains the following lyrics. When the butterfly embraces the mitamah, the favor of the orb is bestowed. I believe the mitamah here refers to the mitamah key.
Well, yes, it is the same word, but that doesn't mean...
We've been calling this key the magatamah key. And that's why I inserted the key into the lock with the magatamah designed on it.
All of these things, they make sense.
But that was obviously not the right way to use it.
And I suppose you know the right way?
I do, Your Majesty. To use this key properly, you have to first, flip it vertically.
Yeah, because you turn it upside down and then it'll look like... This isn't necessarily where we were going with it, but that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it starts to look more like a mitamah.
If we turn the magatamah shape upside down like this, whoop, it becomes the Kuraini symbol of the soul. In other words, a mitamah!
Oh my!
I mean, you can see it right there in the poop fire right behind the judge's head.
We don't talk about poop fire in my court. You're absolutely right. Not
Okay.
about the poop fire.
I guess it is something of a religious slur.
Kind of, yeah?
But now what? What do you do with it? It's too big to fit into the lock that way.
Well, powers it up and slams it into the box.
No, bad, Billy.
Oh,
Oh, thank Holy Mother. I knew he was just bluffing. Whew. Bluffs and lies are the only tools of his trade, after all.
there must be some other place this key fits. But where? Where could it possibly be? But where? Where could it possibly frickin' be?
Oh, let's see. Take a look at that butterfly, right?
No, it's clearly the lotus.
No. Take a look at the butterfly. Now imagine it's that painting of the vase with the two faces looking at each other where you reverse it. That's a mitamah right there with the woogly and the poop flame.
Yeah, totally. Let's see. What were the words to the Song of Ceremony again?
Embrace the mitamah.
When the butterfly embraces the mitamah,
Embrace the mitamah.
the favor of the orb is bestowed.
Stick it where it needs to go.
where should the mitamah key actually be used?
Piece cake, we already got this. That poop flame right there.
Take that! Got it! Whichever line it is.
Eureka! Oh!
We actually get to see it too. Ha 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 ha!
Ta-da!
My goodness! The treasure box! It really opened!
What about the broken force lock, huh?
No way, man!
No!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the real secret behind the Song of Ceremony.
But it was the accused! He stole the key and then gave it back.
That makes sense. It's the true key to opening the treasure box!
Did you say that makes sense?
In as much sarcasm as I could muster.
Which was 0!
It's all over, Mr. Payne.
But the accused, and then the accused got the Damalon from the storage room, and then he burned it along with the murder victim. It bluffs and lies are my only tools of the.
Let's say someone was fooled into trying to force the front-facing. Let's say someone was fooled into trying to force the front-facing lock open.
Man, that was a case of Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled
Yeah, exactly.
peppers.
Sadly for them, it won't budge. That's because the lock is, after all, just a decoy. Then, what you're saying is...
Well, it's not really a decoy. It still is actually the mechanism that keeps it closed, but it's not where you put the key.
I like the hole at the top is kind of a decoy. Yeah. Neither the victim nor the defendant would have been able to open the box. They therefore had no way of stealing the treasure.
But there's one guy whose room overlooks the box that is associated with music that can stare at it all day for, 6 months? 6 months.
6 months, yeah. The only one who could have stolen it is the man who knew about the mitamah key. Pees'lubn and a stand-in. But I'm not done yet! Please recall the scene of the crime. On the floor by Mr. Roll's body...
Yeah?
Was the very unlocked and very open treasure box. Only someone who knew how to open the box could have left it in that state.
Hold on, we never even thought about that. Why was the box open? If we'd established that Andestandin had already stolen the orb, which we had because that was instrumental in determining Roll's response. Mm-hmm. So did he open it to check and then left?
It's possible maybe we were wrong and he stole it then.
Maybe. But what about Roll, though? Well, anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. That's how we managed to, work everything out. That's why he was so hostile, because he knew it had been stolen. Hence did you steal it? But he didn't have it open at that time. So it's like Andestandin opened the thing to check, or... There's something we don't know.
Yeah. And so, there can be only one true culprit.
The accused!
Admit it, Mr. Andestandin. You're the one who killed Mr. Roll. Here it comes.
And here it is. It's like it's starting to melt him from the inside out.
Yeah, they're about to explode.
This would kill me dead.
Yeah. And he runs away into confusion while everyone is deaf.
Yep. and he's gotten to use it like an axe again.
Cuckoo. That was a little goofy at the end there.
That was excellent.
Curse him. It's all his fault. Why'd he have to try and steal the treasure?
Why'd I have to spot him with that?
And I love his eyes, like all, like you can see the little birds flying in a circle above his head.
Yeah. On my way to the storeroom after the morning dance. It's his fault I had to cause that blackout and clock him good.
It doesn't work that way. If you just wouldn't have stolen it.
Right?
I couldn't let my secret get out. Nobody could know the treasure box was empty, except that when the New Year's celebration rolled around next time, it would be pretty frickin' obvious. I'd lose my position as head monk. Who knows what else they'd do to me?
So he didn't steal it then? We had that as a possibility, that that he was worried about his position, and it's not that he stole it.
Right?
I mean, at this point, he's given up.
Yeah.
So if he didn't take it, then where's the orb?
Right? Still doesn't excuse. I couldn't let. I had to.
Yeah?
I had to stop him.
Hey, if the past several games are any indication, the first case is really important to the overall plot of these titles.
That's true.
What a shocking development. I can scarcely believe it. Nothing like this has ever happened since the DC Act was enacted 23 years ago.
I'm sure the DC Act was enacted to knock out some awful guy who was getting a lot of people loose.
Dirk, I guess
Yeah,
they referred
Dirk
to someone
was-
called Dirk, a traitorous snake.
Right, that was the name that was given. But this is just one of those things, like I like to say, there are trade-offs to actions. Every action has causes that you may not, or not causes, but effects that you may not necessarily intend. But it doesn't matter if you intend them or not, they still happen. The problem was it completely and utterly destroyed the rule of law in Kurain. And you hadn't seen anything like that because the insight, okay, we're done, fuck, that was the verdict, nobody ever thinks. So it's like just getting accused means you're automatically guilty. Even if you want to criticize the Japanese system for its, quite frankly obscene conviction rate, at least there's the song and dance to go with it.
Right.
Here, maybe there more technically is a specific song and dance.
I guess you're right, yeah.
But that's not what I meant, and you know it. But here it's just like Ooga Ooga spirit magic. It's like at least you actually... Oh, my perfect, unblemished Koreanese record destroyed. Just like everything else good in my life, I failed to kill the 9-year-old boy. Despite all the joking I did earlier in the trial about taking revenge for an ancient loss and slaying Wright, I actually was trying to slay Wright, and I failed. The incredible pain ruined. No! The conscience and reputation of my family ruined. All of it. It's gone forever.
Did the lawyer really win? I can't believe it.
No way. This can't be happening.
Peace. I said peace. Honestly speaking, I'm just as shocked as everyone else. No, you sit down, Mr. Understanding.
Nobody will ever be able to have any modicum of respect for me or my brother ever again. Surely among all the people who have played these games, 1 or 2 people didn't hate the Pains. But now that number is 0.
Mr. Payne, peace. But the truth has been made known, so it's time for me to give my verdict. Guilty! In the name of the Holy Mother.
You're going to sentence me to death, aren't you?
This court finds the accused. I'll be your guide.
Hooray! Not guilty with the magic spirit butterflies.
Okay. That's pretty awesome.
Don't carry his soul to the Twilight Realm.
Oh, God.
Now, Pain, I understand. He had a real response, but Phoenix was just stone-facing the magic sparkling butterflies.
I mean, honestly, he's seen some crazy stuff.
This ranks magic spirit
All
butterflies
right,
that
all
come from the
right.
pool, and
Okay.
a not guilty verdict at the very least is top 3.
That's fair. April 24th, 1:36 p.m. High Court of Kurain. Accused lobby. There's still quite a commotion. They probably all still want to murder me.
Well, why?
The people in the gallery show no signs of clearing out.
I can't believe it. Not guilty? I didn't even know that was possible.
I'm still in shock. Can you believe that guy?
Well, what about Mr. Understanding?
I can feel everybody's eyes on me.
This can't be happening. It's impossible.
Oh, Holy Mother, preserve us! I've never been in a defendant lobby quite this uncomfortable.
Normally the mood is pretty celebratory at this point.
They're just shocked. I mean, they were also calling for my blood. And the blood of this child.
Exterminate! Annihilate!
I mean, come on!
Burninate!
That was just that one guy.
The prostrate!
Are you done? Are you done with the pontificate?
Mr. Righticate!
Radicate! Use Hyperfang!
I realized it as I said it.
Oh, Albie! Oh, Albie!
Thank you. Thank you so much for what you did for me. Thanks to you, I am alive!
Exactly, Shadow! I'm just glad it turned out okay. It was touch and go there for a while.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Wright. I lied to you about all kinds of important things, and I also failed to tell you about the glowing green box Mr. Roll was carrying that would have made a huge difference in the outcome of the trial.
And didn't factor in.
And isn't it adorable?
That Shadow is licking his forehead.
Yes.
That's really awesome.
I had a really hard time trusting you at first.
That's okay, Albie. I know how unpopular lawyers are in this country. Now!
Of course, you could also tell Albie that Maya used to be a lawyer's assistant!
Oh! But how did it ever get this way in the first place? Give me some of that exposition.
Well, not right now when this music is playing, Mr. Wright. Allow me to explain! At least, I wish I could explain. But I don't really know why. I'm 9. The
That's
DC
fair.
Act was passed 23 years ago, and
Yeah.
I'm spending all of my time scrambling up money in order to feed my family.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
I never even questioned it before today. By the time I was born, all the lawyers were already gone. Oh, were they all put to death too?
Oh.
As far back as I can remember, verdicts have been based on her benevolence's insights.
Right, Rayfa, the royal princess. Well, I guess that's technically true. Rayfa, the royal priestess.
You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsider.
Yeah, she's not gonna like me.
How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality?
For her part, I'm sure she really believes in what she says, but...
Well, it doesn't matter if she believes it or not.
Yeah!
It's not that the insight was wrong.
It was just the interpretation of it.
Right. Although, Box didn't glow that green according to the insight.
We are not gonna let that go.
No, I'm not gonna let that go at all.
Even with her benevolence's divination seances, lawyers are still necessary. Without proper defense, people could easily wind up receiving wrongful convictions.
Mr. Wright?
Is that not allowed to talk about either?
No, it's more like it's the same thing. Probably Rafa just walked up, but it's kind of like, don't get on your high horse and start trying to like push it now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Huh?
Don't say that so loud. People might think you're a rebel. You could be arrested.
Huh!
Wouldn't it make sense that it's over like the political system?
Yeah. A rebel?
That's right. One of those people going against our queen and the court system. And they're specifically going against the court system because this is Phoenix Wright.
Oh my god!
Now he looks like a Super Robot Wars villain.
He looks like he's going to use Deadly Rave or something.
They call themselves the Defiant Dragons. I remember saying that they probably were honestly going to be worse than what they were rebelling against, and maybe they will be. Note the dragon mitamah.
Looks like, yeah.
Or magatamah, I guess.
Dragatama, if you will.
And they're led by a scary guy named Dirk.
That's the guy mentioned in the courtroom.
That means that he wasn't the old lawyer, or maybe he is.
Yeah, maybe he is. I mean, he looks pretty old.
They'll do anything to overthrow her. I was about to say evidence. They'll do anything to overthrow her and they'll even commit crimes! Even crimes! Oh, Dirk!
Dirk. I remember people in the gallery mentioning that name.
He's even got this evil music, Mr. Wright. The things you're saying sound a lot like the stuff they say.
I think the only thing you can trust a guy like that with is a knife in the back.
Because Dirk's knife. You get the joke?
Yes.
Validate me. Thank you.
But you're not scary like that Dirk guy.
I could probably stab someone with my hair like a Dirk, but...
Pardon the intrusion.
Oh God!
Okay, wait. I can't tell if this guy looks more or less ridiculous than usual. But
I think he might be our prosecutor since after Pain.
this is so different. I don't think so.
Well, he's wearing a red jacket instead of a blue one.
Yeah, I could buy him as like a secondary prosecutor, but he doesn't have like this magic or this charm. They always have to be like popular type characters.
Okay.
Or
okay.
you know, like
or
one
Pain.
like or like one of the most or Von Karma. I mean Manfred, not Franziska. You. I want to talk to you, see?
Oh my God.
Wright, is it?
Right, sir. Phoenix Wright. And you are?
By the way, what the heck is that? That doesn't look like a cigar because it's going to turn into a joke. For one, there's no smoke, so...
Yeah, I think that's like a jewel at the end. Oh, hold on. It might be a wrapper of candy.
Yeah. I'm the Koreanese Minister of Justice. The name's Ingar Karkul Kurain. Oh, wow.
Karkul.
His name is actually Kurain.
Ah.
Also, I mean, as the Minister of Justice, this guy is Mr. Bad Guy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, this is a game about lawyers, and he's the guy stopping there from being lawyers. I oversee the whole legal shebang. I was watching that three-ring circus in there.
Were you impressed? I mean, you were?
Wow. Minister of Justice.
Man, this cinnamon stick tastes really good.
So he's in charge of the entire court system. Defense Culpability Act and all.
Minister Inga, how are you, sir?
Along, mini monk. Grown-ups are talking here.
I can't quite understand what you're saying with all that stuff in your mouth.
I don't know what you're possibly talking about, Mr.
Yes, sir. Very sorry, sir.
May I help you with something?
Just wanted to get a good look at you. Guys like you aren't exactly a dime a dozen around
I
here.
imagine so, since they were probably all murdered.
Huh. Well then.
He's eyeing me like I'm some kind of exotic creature in a cage.
I wonder how he tastes.
Oh, God!
Oh yeah, might as well share this little morsel with you.
It is about food.
Turns out Rolf was a seasoned thief. A repeat offender, see? Had my men look into it, and they found all the booty he'd pilfered right there in his digs. Of course, we knew this before the trial started, but couldn't exactly stop Albie from being convicted anyway.
What?
But he seemed like such a nice man. Why, Mr. Roll? Why? Well, people aren't extremely simple. He didn't.
Yeah.
Roll didn't want things to be like that, and because he was Alby's friend, he didn't want Alby to be like him.
Yeah.
But he still had already made that decision because he needed to feed his family. I mean, was he right? Was he wrong? Well, yeah, he was wrong. But that doesn't mean that he was just like a scumbag.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a difference between him and Andestanden. If Andestanden would have stolen the orb, I feel like that would have been a less petty reason for murder than like concern over his own position.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would have been justified or even better, but it's not as pathetic.
Yeah.
Guess he was doing it for the family. What a mook.
Are you a gangster, sir? One of them mafias?
We don't got the mafia in Kurain, you see?
A mook? How can you say that? He's not a peon or a grunt.
Huh. Guess that kind of sob story gets you common folk all misty-eyed, Anyway, another thing. I and my men check out that understanding fella, too. He wasn't the one with the sticky fingers. It's the insurgents.
I don't know how much of this to trust, if any of it.
What?
They put the squeeze on our head monk, apparently. Since I knew this, maybe I should have said something around the trial on account of being the Minister of Justice.
But I like seeing kids get murdered, see?
So he gave up the Founder's Orb and tried to keep it hush-hush.
Wow, I see. Thank you for letting me know. Also, why did you allow this to happen?
Say, White? That was a cute little number you pulled in my courtroom today, wasn't it? First not guilty ruling in 23 years.
Really?
I mean, that's extreme, sure, but
Yeah.
so is this.
I mean, surely not every founder, or like founder's vision, spirit seance would paint the victim in that light every single time.
Except that it apparently has. We don't know anything about this country.
It's possible that maybe it is really accurate, and just after a point they stopped trying as hard to prove it.
That very well could be the case. I don't think that Rafa is corrupt. I don't think that Rafa is evil. The judge is obviously
the judge is
obviously a
person.
good and an honest man who I mean, very much a part of the system that he's in. But we just don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like that is a little ridiculous, but you know, there's a bit of
I know.
genre there.
You're making waves, eh? Stirring the pot. Catch my drift?
Oh, well, yikes, I'm in for it now.
But thanks for that song and dance, we know our precious national treasure got nicked. So I'm gonna call it a wash and let it slide this time.
Now, okay, in all seriousness, without any sort of dumb gag,
He
apparently this did happen after the trial, but it's like when? Did it happen in the time that it takes for
Right?
defendants to like take the stand or something?
right?
Like, when did he have time to do this? It just seems like he already knew all this and just dispensed it when it became relevant because he didn't want to have anything to do with the first not guilty verdict in 23 years, right?
You'd like to preserve the status quo, kind of?
Yeah. Well, of course, the status quo is in some ways designed by him. This man is the head of the legal system.
That's true. But all I did was defend the accused.
You do best to read between the lines here, chump.
No, it's right.
You're standing on thin ice, you get my drift? Even a dirty, no-good-neck punk knows to cash in his chips before the house steps in. And around here, buddy, I'm the house. Do us both a favor and keep an eye on the path you're walking down. You never know whose toes you might be stepping on. This ain't your turf, buddy. Never forget whose soil it is you're standing on.
Oh, are you threatening me, sir?
He was kind of scary, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, no use worrying about it. We have more important things to think about. Such as when can we continue the sightseeing tour?
Whenever you pay me, Mr. Wright. Ooh, anytime, sir. We still have plenty of time until Miss Maya's training ends.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
And there are still lots more temples to see and all kinds of local foods to eat. I can show you the natural beauty of the area and the waterfalls used for training, and I haven't shown you the breathtaking mountain view from the Plaza Devotion yet. In this place, they dangle you off a really steep cliff that offers a great view of the Twilight Realm and walking. I almost made it!
You almost did! All right, slow down, Albie. There's plenty of time.
And when we're done with all that, we can go see Miss Maya together.
Yeah, you bet.
By the way, why does his dog still hang out on his head?
The dog's out of the bag now. I guess there's no reason to put him back in it.
Maya, I wonder how she's doing. Hope she's okay and not having as much trouble as I am.
Oh, no.
So, how about that not guilty, jerk?
Oh dear.
I heard.
Who is this guy? Not Dirk, but the guy with
Sounds
the
like the winds
Yeah.
of change
with the
are
kukri.
beginning to stir.
The thing is Phoenix something good for him or something bad? Because if it's really about nothing but justice, the spirit of justice, then wouldn't Dirk actually kind of be supporting Phoenix?
Dirk would probably support him anyway just for the visuals.
Maybe. The theatrics.
Like the optics?
Yeah, the optics, that's a better word. But I mean, I'm suspecting that Dirk is rather going to, be one of the antagonists of the game.
Yeah, most likely.
The magical turnabout!
Oh yeah!
May as well just jump right to it!
Meanwhile, in a completely different game.
These scenes are just so ridiculous.
Yes!
Behold my might!
That's a nice costume.
It is.
Actually kind of awesome. Ha yeah! Well, she's now dead.
I'm not familiar with this version of
Or she's
Alice in
transformed
Wonderland.
into a magical girl. It's Trucy!
That's awesome.
Okay, just don't start pulling dragons out of your hat now. The underwear thing is already bad enough. All right, that's enough. Next time, we'll actually have fun instead of talking about death.
I hope.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
This tastes really bland now. The cinnamon stick is all soggy.
It's been in your mouth for quite some time now.